Hi everybody, welcome to my second pick a card reading. This reading is about what my higher self, or what I prefer to call our inner beings, want to communicate with us. Okay, so we've got pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Please go ahead and pick one or multiple piles and pause the video if need be, but I am going to go ahead and begin. Alright, so let's start with pile number 1. So from the Esther and Jerry Hicks Getting into the Vortex, we've got our opinions about our children can influence their behavior, and I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. Okay. From the Vice Versa Tarot, we've got the Five of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Cups. So lots of emotions, lots of cups, bit of conflict actually in this reading as well. And it's largely relationship influenced. We've got the Take Action card from the Angel Answers. Not sure if you guys can see that one. It's a little sketchy. Take action. Okay, and we've also got the situation will improve both by Angel Answers. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we've got the Fates in reverse, and happy. And finally, as a card from the Spirit Animal Oracle, we've got the Dove card, and this I pulled as an advice for you. So we'll visit that one last. Alright, so what I'm getting from this is that recently, in the recent past, or even currently, you are in a relationship. However, there has been some tension and some conflict, as represented by this Five of Wands energy here. You can see that two people are, holding two staffs and are kind of at a standstill. It's not as crazy as the other side, so I would say it's more of a passive-aggressive energy, to be honest. But you are not very pleased with the recent events. In fact, you're very focused on 4 spilled cups. Okay. Do you see this man here looking at the cups and ruminating over, essentially ruminating over life? There's also a crab represented in this image here, which I feel like that either between the two of you, one of you is a Cancer, or you guys were in a crabby situation. Okay. However, typically in the traditional Four of Cups image, there's actually a hand reaching out to this young man who's staring at these 4 spilled cups, but this magical hand that's appearing out of nowhere is providing them with a cup. And I feel like this Knight of Cups is also representing that, right? This knight is offering their cup. They're offering this cup, but it seems either you or the person you're dealing with is really focused on the 4 of Cups that have spilt and not really focusing on what you have, even though you have a lot of good things, right? The 9 of Cups right there. What's interesting is it says, I can attract relationships that agree with my deep desires. So I would say in this reading that whoever you are that picked this pile, you are dealing with a relationship where you don't feel like you're in the ideal situation. You feel like there's a lot of lack in your relationship. But understand that your opinions about this other person impacts their behavior towards you, right? Our opinions about our children, they're not necessarily your children, but it can influence their behavior. And if I read that back to you, it says, the more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more of that you will see. And so the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all of our relationships, but since you think about your child more than you do of most others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in its behavior. You could be dealing with your child, or you could be dealing with your parent, but what this card really is saying is that the way that we view people impacts how they respond to us, right? So in your current relationship, the way that you view your partner is also a reflection of how they treat you, right? So understand that if you change your thinking, you can attract the relationship that agrees with your desires. I'll read the back to you as well. People are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there, because of their own contradiction to their own desire and the thoughts they offer about the subject every day. When you consistently offer thoughts about your future relationship that feels good while you think them, that means you're consistently matching the desires that you have discovered as you have lived a life. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with your desires could come to you. So in every relationship that you've had, you are limited. Like the person that you are attracting is limited by your view of relationships. And this is also what this card is saying here, is that your view of relationship actually stem most likely from childhood, how your parents viewed you and how your parents view relationships, right? So I would recommend that you dig deep and reflect on it And a lot of times we attract people who have similar issues as us. So this could reign true for the person that you're dealing with. Okay? But your guides, your inner being wants to let you know that the situation will improve, right? You just got to reach for that light, as this lady here is reaching towards the light, swimming to the surface, right? But maybe first you need to go deep within, right? Like if you look, it's the ocean. She reached the bottom first before she's going back up. And it's telling you to take action. Take action in understanding yourself. Take action in understanding this other person. Take initiative in better improving your relationship and not focusing on what this other person might have done wrong that you don't like. Okay? And honestly, come to peace. Come to peace. Look for the things that satisfy you. Right? Be happy. Be happy. Don't worry. Right? That's the song that came to mind. Focus on the happy things, not on the negative things, right? The more you focus on the negative, the more negative things you see, and the more you focus on the happy things, the more happy things you see. Let's just quickly read this happy card to you. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well, right? Focus on that. Focus on what's well and not what's not well. The prosperity message here, because it did come upright, is this is a time to take pride in your accomplishments. You're doing good work, providing exceptional service, and are well compensated for it. The world rains gratitude upon you, and you're happy with the results of your efforts and creativity. Isn't it amazing to consider all that you have done? Remember your partnership with Spirit in this moment too. Your soul has always known you could accomplish anything if it brought you joy. Relationship message. There are moments in our relationships where you just feel good about whom you're with, and you know that your heart is wide open. To befriend, to love, and to care for another without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship. And if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of itself like bees to honey. Alright, that makes sense, right? Focus on the good, don't focus on the negative. No one is perfect, okay? And once again, your opinions of your partner or anyone that you're dealing with impacts their behavior towards you. If you think negatively of a person, they will sense it and they will react negatively towards you. Like you would too if someone thought negatively of you. You don't want to make someone, like, you naturally just don't make, like, you don't want to make someone who hates you happy, right? Like, it's not something that you want to do. You've also gotten the Fates card in reverse. Essential meaning is fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. Okay. So understand, first of all, that what you're going through right now is fated to be. It's a lesson for you, okay? And it's a glorious thing. And because it came in reverse, I'll read the protection message. It is difficult to understand why painful things happen to good people. Fate is a mystery after all. Yet what we do with our circumstances, the way in which we respond to life's challenges, is how we rise up to greet our destiny. Now is one of those times to be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations and surrender to acceptance. Hang in there. Life will only get better. Act as if you believe that. For the only thing you can control right now is your attitude. When you align with the fates, being mindful of what you can and cannot change, serenity will come to you. Another thing I want to say is that even if what you're thinking about is the past, because for some of you out there, it is about this past relationship that you had and how you reacted to them. Understand that it's not something that you can currently now control because it did happen in the past. But understand that if you put your vibration, if you raise your vibration, you will attract the love that you want because you deserve that love. And part of you doesn't believe that you deserve that love. Okay? Understand that you do. And finally, we've got the dove spirit advice card for you guys. Dove spirit. With her peaceful cooing, the gentle dove spirit invites you to embrace the energy of peace and allow compassion to warm your heart. You always have the power to generate peace within you, and the appearance of dove spirit is a reminder that today and every day is a good day to meditate, to quiet any turbulence within as you embody tranquility. Above, below, and all around you, much may be happening to distract you, but you are called to engage it with the heart of a peacemaker, asking yourself, what would peace do? Can you agree to disagree? The peace you seek rises within and spreads out into the world as Spirit sends her messenger to remind you of the beauty of a harmonious existence with all that is. How beautiful and how powerful is your compassionate heart. So understand that, our relationships are a reflection of us, right? So whether you're having a wonderful relationship or whether you're having a turbulent relationship, it is a reflection of what we think we deserve. Okay, so if you want an improved relationship, first of all, understand that you deserve it. Second of all, come to peace with any past relationships that you've had that might not have worked well, because ultimately you've learned something from it. All right? And that's what your inner being really wanted to tell you. That one, you deserve the love you want, and that you can have it. But first you must find satisfaction with what is currently. Be happy. Don't worry. All right? Hi everybody. So I ended up having to refilm this on another day, which is why everything's a little different. The video didn't get processed, which sucks, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm starting off with pile number 2. So from pile number 2, of Esther and Jerry Hicks getting into the vortex, we've got attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled, and our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. From the Vice Versa Tarot, we've got the Temperance card from the back in reverse. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Moon card, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. From the Angel Answers, we've got Recovery, Opportunity, and from Wisdom of the Oracle, we have a change in the wind, plus to the sea. And finally, as an advice card for you all, we've got the Scarab Beetle from the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. So this reading is important because it talks about your focus. It's talking about what you're focusing on, and it notes on how you have to be careful about what you put your attention on, right? Especially when it pertains to other people. If you take a look, it does say attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. And I'll just read the back to you. It is easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted, right? And that our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. When you remember that nothing can come into your experience without your vibrational invitation to it, and when you remember that the varied behavior of others add to the balance and well-being of your planet, even if they offer behavior that you do not approve of, and that you do not have to participate in the unwanted behavior, and will not unless you give your attention to it, you become more willing to allow others to live as they choose, right? We are not here to control each other. We are here to live our lives. So be careful of what you're paying attention to that in others' behavior, because ultimately you're attracting that behavior to you, right? I just feel like a lot of you is a bit out of balance with this Temperance card, right? It's like trying to, like if you look at this eagle and you look at this lion, they're two completely different animals, but they're both equal, right? They may be good or bad at things pertaining to them, but they are equal. And that's what you have to realize, that no one is perfect, right? Everyone has things that they're good at and things that they're not so good at, right? And there's no point in comparing them because they're different. So if you're comparing the people around you to each other, I would advise that you focus on what makes each of them good and unique, and not so much focusing on what makes them, like what's their faults, right? Don't compare that. Compare what's good about them. Because ultimately, our minds are only capable of perceiving 10% of our environment, right? So just think about that for a moment. We're only capable of perceiving 10% of our environment, right? So the fact that what you're perceiving is a reflection of yourself. If you're perceiving all the negative things in your life, then you know that you're out of balance, right? So at this point, I think you're trying to gain that balance again, and understand that it's okay that you were knocked out of balance. It's everyone has those moments. It means that you've experienced something that brought contrast into your life, and contrast is a good thing ultimately, right? Our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. So even the things that are negative or unwanted play a necessary role in our world, right? Like, we may not like mosquitoes, right? But do they play a role in our ecosystem? Absolutely. Everything there is in balance, and it's just up to you whether you choose to perceive it, right? I think that's what a lot of you are trying to do, choosing between following your heart with this Queen of Cups or choosing to manipulate with this King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles is a very, when it's in reverse at least, it's dominating the material world. However, when it's in reverse, it means that you are, how should I say this? It's just out of balance. You're fighting to control what you cannot control. You're fighting to control the material world, right? So I would say follow your Queen of Cups energy, balance your emotions. The Queen of Cups is very balanced, right? And that's how you'll find balance in your material world as well. And so many of you is in recovery mode, right? You can see this woman here meditating. And as I said in the previous filming, I feel like a lot of you out there is actually tapping into your spiritual side. You're kind of in meditation mode, and you can see this angel here in the background rising above this lady who is meditating. And I think that you guys some of you might actually just be getting into the spiritual side of the universe, right? You just started doing tarot card readings, pick card readings perhaps, or on the other hand, a few of you are actually tapping further into your spiritual side because of what you're currently experiencing, right? And that's why this is actually a glorious opportunity for you guys to learn and to develop yourselves and your mentality. Okay, we learn through contrast, right? Because we know how good something is, we can also know how bad something is, and vice versa. If we don't know how bad it could get, then we can't appreciate how good it actually something actually can be, right? Whether it's in love, whether it's in finances. That's why it's so important to find the appreciation in everything that you have. And once again, in this moon card, you can see this lady. She's holding two very different objects, right? But she's holding them equally. And I feel like that's what a lot of you are doing, trying to balance between one aspect of your life with another. But it's a bit of a struggle right now, and that's fine. And understand that what you're going through at this moment is instigating a change in your environment, in your mentality, in whatever you're seeking to change. Okay, perhaps it's a relationship. Let me just read a change in the wind for you. Essential meanings. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift. Uncertainty about which direction the wind blows. Oracle message. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is a change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Prosperity message. As you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals that cause you to shift directions. This is a good thing, so there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to someone else. Perhaps you've pursued something that you suddenly realize is not in your highest good. You might not be 100% clear on where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. Circumstances are not in your control right now. Wait it out. All will be well. Even better, actually. Trust. Yeah, so honestly, you're in recovery mode, so let it be. Remember to rest and recover and not focus on the negative. Focus on the positive, and everything will sort itself out instead of escalating. The more you focus on what is negative around you, the more negative things will happen. So if you have the time, or journal something down, all the things that you're grateful for in your life, and you will soon see that everything is no big deal. If you don't have the time to journal, when you're maybe just when you're sitting your butt somewhere, like on a bus or something, do that instead. Focus on the things that are beautiful in this world, and you'll also see that everything is working out for you. Alright, so we've got the to the sea in reverse. So I'm going to read the protection message to you along with the essential meanings. So it means being in the flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. Okay, so this is important because the things that are happening to you now, right, have they happened previously, right? Go dig into your past a little bit and see if there were things that you have experienced that you could have learned from that is now leading to the situation, right? Because honestly, if we don't learn as we live in life, those same experiences that we don't like will keep on reappearing. That's why, you know, you've seen those people that have the same bad thing happen to them, or date the same type of people over and over again with the same result, right? It's because they didn't learn that lesson to expand into a greater vibration. So ask yourself, what is something that you're going through right now that has happened previously, and what can you do to stop it? All right. Protection message. When external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there is no hidden message that you need to decipher. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow. Even when the tide is going out, relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. An ancient mariner saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair the nets. All right, that makes sense to you guys, right? This is saying this is actually an opportunity for you guys. And even though right now it doesn't appear to be that way, know that it's coming. Know it's that it's there. And just let it go. Be in the flow. Don't resist or control, even yourself. Don't control yourself, right? Just go with the flow. Let things go. Oh my god. I'm sorry, that seems to be a notification. If you guys probably heard that because it's quite loud. Anyway, I think that's saying yes, go with the flow. Oh right, and we've also got the advice card for you. Just full of advice. Right, the scarab beetle. I love these animal cards. They are absolutely gorgeous and they are so helpful. They shed so much light into every given situation. Right. So, scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. Oracle message. In ancient Egypt, the scarab beetle was revered. For the creative magic of scarab beetle spirit reminds us that we can bring forth something extraordinary, seemingly out of thin air. Whenever you let your creativity flow through you, scarab beetle spirit reminds you that spirit has given you the gift of infinite potential. You have an ally as you fashion something new or repurpose the old, for spirit co-creates with you, channeling energy through you so that you feel replenished and vitalized as you make magic with what is at hand. Now is a time for great optimism, for you can accomplish anything you desire and your creative endeavors will come to fruition. Miracles, opportunities, abundance, and love will appear seemingly out of nowhere as you allow spirit to work through you and magically manifest what you need. So this is more a message of positivity, but essentially it's saying the same thing. Let magic work through you. Don't fight. Plug into source energy, right? Don't resist, because the more you resist, the further away you get from where you want to be. Okay? And magic is there. Magic will work if you let it work. Trust that everything will be okay. Take a break from whatever your worries are. Okay? So, next up, we've got the third pile, Desert Rose. So from Abraham's cards, Getting into the Vortex, we've got others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. From the vice versa tarot, we've got the High Priestess on the backside. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups. You guys can't see it. Okay. From the Angel Answers, we've got forgiveness, and don't stop. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we've got Between Worlds, Come to the Edge, and guidance for you, we've got the Electric Eel. So first thing I want to mention is that you should trust your intuition. So the High Priestess came out. Trust your intuition, even if you can't see what is behind you right now. Trust that it's there. Trust that you have the support you need. Okay? And trust your emotions. That's what Esther and Jerry Hicks cards are saying. Trust your emotions. Others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. Reading the back to you, it says, you did not intend to use the opinions of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew and still remember long after you were born that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of the source within you and your current thoughts in any moment that would offer you perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system. So it's really just saying that the way that you feel is actually leading you to where you want to be. It's your GPS system, okay? So if you got an idea and you are feeling negative emotions or negative thoughts about that idea, like, I can't do this, or I am not capable of doing this, right? And you feel sad or upset when you think about it that way, then you know that that is not true. That is not what your inner being, your higher self, wants you to think. Okay? So when you think, oh, this is horrifying, I don't know if I can do it, and you feel scared, know that yes, you can do it. And the next card, I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. If we were contemplating an action that caused negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we have resolved the negative emotion. We would make sure that we have come into alignment with Source before proceeding. By feeling for the improved thought, in time, and usually in a short time, you will feel the harmony of your Source and you will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for the long lists of right and wrong, but instead we would feel for the emotion of alignment with Source. So really tap into your emotions, really trust your intuition. It's all there for a reason. Okay, it is guiding you. So you have to feel good about something before you can receive it. So tap into that material wealth, right? Even if you can't see it in front of you right now. Become balanced with the feeling of money, even if you don't have much in your bank account at the moment. Okay, the more that you feel aligned to money, the more you will receive. Same with emotions, with your soulmate, your love, right? You have to feel it before you can receive it. And it's all there for you, right? Your secret garden. It's all there. And you have to trust in it. I think a lot of you is doubting yourselves right now about whether you can have all of these things, whether you can achieve these things, whether you deserve these things. And know that when you say those things, when you question yourself like that, do you feel good when you think about it? No, you don't. So understand that you can absolutely achieve all those things. You absolutely deserve those things that you want. All right? And I feel like you guys are all on the right path. This came from my fingers. But you guys are all on the right path. That's why you guys are in between worlds right now. Okay? You're transitioning from the old into the new. From this gray to the beautiful colors of the world. Okay? And your spirit guides, your inner being is telling you to come to the edge. Okay, don't be scared to risk. Oh, wrong book. There we go. Let me read the in-between worlds to you guys. Essential meanings, transitions, not being quite out of one situation, fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust that the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed, a mystery that is not yours to understand. Weaves the web of life. Within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desire, and decisions, the seeds that were planted in the past began to take root. But what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see, with the curious eyes of a child, glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. Yeah, so find the little things that bring joy into your life, right? Look at that beautiful flower, right? Look at the beautiful grass. Admire the animals that work around you. Prosperity message. In your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When this symbol appears, it reminds you that sometimes the path to your prosperity is a gamble, win or lose. You can learn much from what comes of your wager. It is a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden that will be unlike anything you've known before. That makes perfect sense, does it not? It's telling you to place a gamble onto yourself, onto those skills that you have. Seek out things that change your perspective first and foremost. And I think that's what a lot of you are doing right now. You are changing your perspective. And you are understanding that everything that you have experienced in life is secretly a blessing, good or bad, right? And this leads us to the next card, coming to the Edge. It means courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. Prosperity message. If ever there was a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now, and if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful, and Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you could imagine. Take that step. The results will be amazing. All right, take that leap of faith. Right? And that's where you guys are leading yourself to. Understand that finally taking that leap of faith could take some time, right? Because it's scary. But you guys are amping yourself up for it. Imagine all the prosperity that you want, that you can have, that you already have, right? You just can't see it yet. And don't stop. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing, really. It's and also forgiveness, right? And I think this card is really talking about forgiving those people around you that have impacted you in ways that you first perceived as negative. Okay? Forgive them. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to not reach your highest potential sooner, because the value that we live in our lives is in the journey, and everything that has happened to you is beautiful, even the things that were bad. Okay? Forgive yourself, forgive those around you, and focus on the beauty, the brightness of things, and focus on taking that leap of faith. And for some of you out there, that leap of faith could just be involving trusting yourself enough to go for what you want. Okay, trusting yourself enough to quit that 9-to-5 job that you don't want to do. Trusting yourself enough to start on something new, to reach your fullest potential. And as for advice for you guys, we've got the electric eel. Oh, trust your emotions. Trust your emotions. They're leading you. They're your GPS system. Don't abandon your GPS system, right? Don't go in the opposite direction of it. If you guys want to learn more about your emotional guidance system, I would absolutely recommend you listening to some Abraham Hicks. They are here to guide you as well. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of electric eel spirit appears to awaken you to a big idea that you are meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now, so celebrate. Your life has the potential for profound transformation. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you so that you can't wait to get started bringing your idea to life. The revelations you experience now are meant to set you on a new path. So do not be afraid to act, explore, examine, and do not fear the changes that may come. For Spirit wants to shower you with the love, success, and abundance that you hope to experience. Now is a thrilling time of epiphanies, inspired ideas, and innovations. This is a wondrous sign for you today. Protection message. Ideas need to percolate as they rarely download in detailed form. Have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you couldn't see where it might lead you? Have you rushed to follow the muse without taking time to contemplate the meaning of your aha moment? Perhaps your dream will take a different form than you first imagined, morphing into something else that is even better. Spirit's plans are often hard to discern, but so much more satisfying once they have taken over from your own predetermination. Maybe your big idea is taking more time to shape than you expected. Have you considered that you are meant to learn something in the process of bringing it into being? Commit to transformation and to learning any lessons this new venture will bring. And soon you will see that your aha was even more valuable than you realized when you first felt it electrify you. All right, beautiful message for you guys all. I hope it resonated. I hope that you have the courage to take that leap of faith, and I know that you will, right? I know that you will. Just for each and every one of you, there might be a different time to it, that's all. But honestly, really the message is that you can do it if you do it now, right? Don't think about, can't I do it in the future, right? I still have time in the future, blah, 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 etc. Yes, you do have time. Doors will always constantly open for you. But right now, your inner being, your higher self is telling you, go for it now. Okay? It's there for you if you want to take it. It's your choice. No one's forcing you. All right, for the fourth pile, we've got everything is always working out for me. And the universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. For the tarot cards, we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the Magician. Well, no, it's actually the Wheel of Fortune, but on the back side. But it really does look like the Magician card. From Angel Answers, 3 cards actually came out. We've got No. A year from now. be assertive. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we've got Treasure Island, Poised, and as advice, we've got the Bat Spirit in reverse. All right. So this is actually a super positive reading for you guys. A lot of you have actually taken that leap of faith. And now you are just waiting in on those manifestations, but you're pulling them in. You're just kind of in a waiting period at the moment. But I feel like recently you guys leapt into the unknown, into fear. You headed towards it, and now you're at ground zero. And you've taken that leap of faith. And right now it's a little bit scary for you guys. You guys have a little bit of resistance left over, which is also why this is so important. Everything is always working out for me, so keep that in mind. Nothing ever goes wrong, because every piece of contrast, no matter how wrong it seems to be, is always helping you to clarify what it is you do want. And that is the thing that we want you to remember most of all. The contrast, no matter how it looks in any moment, is contributing mightily to your expansion. The things that you call things going wrong is your life experience are actually only the distance between the things that are so right and your current perspective about them. Let me read that part again. The things that you call things going wrong in your life experience are actually only the distance between the things that are so right and your current perspective about them. So it's really just a reflection of your perspective. And like the things that might have seemed to have gone wrong in the past, perhaps you got fired, right? Perhaps someone told you something that you did not want to hear. Perhaps you did something that you never thought you could do, right? And it might seem wrong, but know that that contrast is so important to leading you to where you want to go. The universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. The law of attraction is the universal manager of all vibration, which expands to everything that exists within the universe. And so, at the same time that the law of attraction is responding to the vibrational content of your physical thoughts, it's also responding to the vibrational content of your inner being. So know that no matter what your thoughts are, your inner being knows what you truly want. It filters out all of the lower vibrational energies and is focusing more on the things that you truly want, that's for your highest good. So it's asking for, it's attracting the things that are for your highest good. Even if it seems like it's not good, right? The experiences that you lead, like the reason that you might be going through something that is bad is because you needed to learn something from that to really lead you to where you want to go, because that ultimately is your path of least resistance. And I feel like, but ultimately I feel like you guys have taken, well, okay, so there's two groups really. One group is about having taken that leap of faith, and one group is resisting taking that leap of faith. So this depends on which one you're in, but honestly, no matter what, you are meant to be wherever you are at the moment. Okay? And I feel like if you take a look at this No card, do you see this lady that's sitting there meditating or welcoming things in? She has her eyes closed and she's sitting on a pile of rocks. And do you see the angel tooting its horn, calling in all of these manifestations? Essentially, this is what you're doing, okay, and what you have the capacity to do for the others out there. So some of you who are at a higher vibrational point is manifesting the things that you've always wanted. It just hasn't fully appeared yet, but know that it's coming very soon. For some of you, what was I gonna say? For some of you, you are in that stage of learning how to learning that you need positive thoughts to manifest the things that you want. There's a small group of you. Most of you actually, I feel, is that you have done what you need to do to raise your vibration. And you just need a little bit more of a prompt about trusting in the universe and that everything is working out for you, even if you don't see it. And you just have to be assertive with what you want. Don't be wishy-washy and go for the things that you want. Be true to yourself as well. I can see this lady taking off a mask, right? She has the mask that she's holding. So just be true with what you want. And the universe is happy to provide it for you. Okay? And for a lot of you out there, a year from now, like what you are imagining your life to be, your ideal life to be, a year from now, you'll be able to achieve what you want. And I feel like you will get a lot of recognition for whatever you're looking to do. Like you can see this globe here and how it's like networking. Don't know if you guys can see it, but it's there. So I feel like you'll get the recognition that you want and that you deserve. And slowly it's building up to it. Right now you don't see it, but it'll come through slowly. Not even slowly, it's like a momentum kind of thing. It'll first start coming out a little bit and then it escalates and escalates and escalates. Same with negative things. First it comes out a little bit and then escalates, okay? So it really just depends on your thoughts, on how much you're believing in those thoughts. But either way, know that everything is still working out for you. So we've got Poised and Treasure Island. Let me read Poised to you guys first. 48. Being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best confidence. Right? This is talking about being ready to be ready to be ready to be ready. So just work on the things that you want. Be ready for the things that you want. You can't have those things if you're not ready for it, right? You can be assured, be assertive. All right? Be assertive with the things that you want. Go for them. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to do. Your skills are sharp. You come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase in your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. Prosperity message. You have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with the truth, right? What a beautiful message to you guys. I am so proud of you, no matter where you are on your journey at the moment. If you're not ready, you're getting ready to be ready, okay? As for Treasure Island, 9. The law of attraction brings dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking made manifest abundance, appearing as if from nowhere. Financial gains and the sharing of good fortune. The Oracle message. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance. And suddenly, in the midst of all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to bury treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. Prosperity message. At this time, you can be confident that success is yours. Your ideas are all hitting the mark, and you're in a true manifestation period when you will see evidence of the seeds of prosperity you planted in the past. The appearance of this card is a reading indicates that your dreams and aspirations align with concrete signs of prosperity in the world of form. This is a very auspicious and fortunate time for business. Creative projects will flourish as inspiration strikes. Share your wealth with others too. Generosity and gratitude should lead you now. So just be happy that you are on the right path, the path that you want. Okay, and some of you are really close. And how close you are is determined fully by you. Right? As for an advice card, we've got the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. After something has run its course and died or being released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this birth is a miraculous one, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. Bat Spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. Protection message. What are you refusing to let die? Bat Spirit is gently nudging you to let go of your need to cling to the familiar story that has already run its course. A new story is posed to be born. Some dreams were only meant to last for a moment in time. Sometimes they were only there to slow you down as you recalibrate in preparing for the new life that will give you what you really want. Perhaps you need to grieve as you say goodbye to something. At least you're saying goodbye to its familiar form. Perhaps you must let go of a part of you that must die so you can be reborn. This temporary time in the dark doesn't have to be scary or sad. Bat Spirit gives you her powers of perception and awareness as you learn to listen deeply and navigate these unknown caves of temporary emptiness. You will emerge with a new perspective, and Bat Spirit will witness your giving birth to the life that matches the intentions and desires of your heart and soul. All right. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? So really, it's a saying that for a lot of you out there, even the ones that have taken that leap of faith, there is still a little bit of your mentality that needs to be addressed, right, on how to proceed with your life and whether you trust your life to proceed the way that it is. Look at the things that you perceive to be true based on society's standards and what society believes, and know that once you change that mentality, if what society believes is not what you want to believe, know that you have the ability to make a different story. All right, it really just depends on you. So how much success you find is determined by your mentality in your beliefs. Okay, so really just as you walk through life, you'll be able to know when your mentality isn't right for the vision that you see yourself in. All right. Thank you for watching, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this pick a card reading. I can't speak anymore. Hope that you guys found this helpful, that it resonated, and please subscribe if you're interested in more pick a card readings, and also give suggestions to new ones. Thank you.